Hi, it's an honor for me to say a few things about Susan. First of all, she was a wonderful wife to my brother. She was a wonderful mama to her children and a wonderful sister-in-law. Susan's life was her whole family. Even in between her family duties and jobs, she found time to help other people. I was particularly in awe of Susan's creativity. Whether it be decorating for a party, putting together those awesome photo albums through the years, decorating for Christmas, and those wonderfully creative gifts she sent up every Christmas to us. Susan taught me the true meaning of 3 words: strength, determination, and fighter. Susan, you are a true hero to me. There will always be a place in my heart for you forever. I love you, and I miss you very, very much.
Hey, happy holidays, guys. I wanted to say a few words about Susan for y'all. She was a good friend, kind of precious, and I always thought to put first on my emergency call list. My favorite memory is just going to school in the summertime. Kids would play and we would chat and catch up and love. She was a real person, and she used to crack me up when she would say shit. That was like her favorite bad word. She always wanted better for her children. She wanted the best for them. She loved John immensely. I remember her always making football signs and doing NCL stuff. She was like everybody's biggest supporter. And she liked things the way she liked things. That was like, I used to crack up over that all the time. But she was always thinking of other people and doing for them, buying for them, just little things all the time, like a card or a present, or just always doing for others. I miss her. She was a good friend. I just want you guys to know that I love her. I hope you have a great holiday. I will be thinking of y'all.
I remember Susan as a fantastic mom, always putting her kids first. She made her children were in all the activities that they wanted to be, and she was always there to cheer them on. She spent many hours volunteering, especially with all our NCL events. And on top of all this, Susan had a full-time job. She is so very proud of all our kids' accomplishments and beamed when she spoke of them. Susan will be remembered by all as a wonderful example of a loving mother.
I truly miss my one and only daughter, but the Lord needed another angel. Susan was a wonderful and caring mother and spent every moment focusing on the best for her children. We may have disagreed on our approach, but we always agreed our children came first. For many years, we lived apart, and I wanted so much to be closer to see her thrive as a mother and a loving wife. We gave that a shot, and I did see it, but we all know she loved doing things her own way, without influence. Giving her space, I realized she did know her own way because I have the best grandchildren and the best son-in-law that anyone could ask for. Susan always loved life, and I very much enjoyed having her in mind. She was taken away too soon, but I'm sure she's watching over all of us with her beautiful smile. I'm also amazed how she went through all of this pain so she could find a cure for this cancer. A part of me is missing, but I'll have it back someday soon.
So I met your sweet mom at Randall's, and she had such a loving, kind impact on me simply as a cashier and a customer service manager. And I remember thinking, wow, she's so good at her job and what she does, and she always makes everybody feel welcome. Little did I know that, several years later, I would get to know her a lot better as a aide or helper at the high school through HOSA. And she was everybody's mom. She was kind and thoughtful and generous and considerate and helpful, and most of all, I just loved the way that she reached out to people and gave those kids confidence when they needed it most. And I'm most moved by how much she changes my life on a daily basis. She leaves me little angel moments at least once a week, and it just warms my heart and brings a smile to my face, and it reminds me to keep you guys in our prayers and to reach out to you when we can and let you know how much we love your mama and how blessed we are to have had her in our lives. Merry Christmas.
Everyone, going to read you a few of my favorite memories of Susan and how she impacted and influenced my life. She was always a big fan of the holidays, especially Christmas. I think the perfect job for her could have been to be one of Santa's elves. She would have excelled at that job. She always put much thought and effort into it, and her personal touch on all the Christmas gifts we received always made them special. The Irish Santas were always favorites. I remember that she even bought Christmas gifts and ornaments in the summer, too. I received several Valentine's Day cards, which were always appreciated and meant a lot to me, as well as sharing all the family photographs with us throughout the years. Susan was always a welcoming and attentive hostess. I remember a few big special fancy meals, which included breakfasts too, that she prepared, and how she lovingly arranged and packed up all the snacks and refreshments for her kids' sporting events. I will always remember and admire her love of life, her joy, and goodwill. She was gifted and blessed with being a wonderful wife, mother, sister, and daughter. She was always generous, gentle, and kind to me. She had heroic strength, courage, and determination in the face of overwhelming trials and sufferings. From her example, I learned that you can live life abundantly. Never give up, never give in. Go the distance, finish the course, and that you can do it all with dignity and grace. Susan, I love you. I miss you. I'll see you again, where love, joy, and peace reign supreme. We will sing your praises forever. We pray for you. Please pray for us and watch over us. God bless you always.
My favorite memory of Susan. Wow, there's so many. The one I can really remember is when Susan came over to my house when I had my wisdom teeth pulled, and she brought me flowers, and I didn't even know that she knew that I had my wisdom teeth pulled. So that was a really a memory that I can remember. And just at Christmas time when we'd go to her house and see all the different figurines that she had out. I mean, it was just, even even her dad making the village and her talking about it and the story, and just that was the best time, just seeing her full of joy and happiness. And she really impacted my life in a lot of ways. But the most I could say is just knowing that family is important, and how she always put her family first. Whether it was going to one of Greg's football games or, spending time with Natalie at the National Charity League, anything that she did with Erica and just spending time with the family, she made me realize that putting your children first is most important. And I just want to say that that's what I will always remember about Susan, how selfless she was and how she put everyone first before her needs. She always remembered me in everything that she did. She made me feel like family, and that's one thing I'll always remember her as, just being family.
Our memories of Susan. We have good memories of having dinners with Susan, John, and family. Susan was a wonderful hostess. She always prepared meals and decorated the table with such great creativity and love. Susan was a strong lady, a loving daughter-in-law, and a pleasure to be with. She traveled with her husband, John, to various locations in the USA.
Susan withstood their traveling from one city to another and was a mature, thoughtful lady. She was a trooper, a loyal fan who attended Greg's Midwestern University football games. At Christmas time, the gifts she sent for our family were beautiful, generous, and thoughtful. Susan was our Christmas gift. We love you and we miss you.
Hi everyone, it's Aunt Marianne. I'd like to take this moment to offer a tribute to your mom and share with you some of the qualities about your mom that are special to me. I think what's central to those qualities is family. Her love and dedication, devotion, and celebration of her family, of you, her children, and of your dad, and of her embrace of us, her extended family over all the years, warmly and generously welcoming us into her heart and your home for so many events in your lives, whether they be small, medium, or large. She made us feel appreciated in a way that we had never felt appreciated really before, and she took interest in the little details of our lives and made us feel special. And I hold a very special place in my heart for those memories and that feeling that she helped us to feel about ourselves and about being a family. I want to express also the joy that we would experience just anticipating opening up the Christmas gifts every year, knowing the love and detail with which she went about preparing those gifts every year. That is a cherished memory, and all the little tokens of affection that she shared with us over the years, the Valentine's, the Thanksgiving cards. I've saved so many of them because they're little messages from a very big heart. And I have a story of your mom as my safe place, a safe haven. When I was 18, I went to an amusement park with your mom, Jeffrey, and your dad, and I got separated from them at night, and there were no cell phones. I had no cash. I didn't know where I was, but your mom spotted me in the crowds, and she ran to me, and I could tell we were both frightened. She grabbed me, but she brought me back to a place of comfort and safety, and I felt that, thank God, because I would have been kidnapped by clowns, and I might have gone down a totally different path in my life if not for that. She was my safe haven. I wish you a safe haven, a peaceful haven. I wish you love. I love and miss you, and I love and miss your mom. God bless you all.
It is impossible to tell you how much your mom impacted my life in just 60 short seconds. But what I can tell you is all the times we spent talking, eating lunch together, visiting, and working side by side, our conversations would always revolve around our families. Jeffrey, Greg, Natalie, and Jenna, your mom loved you very much. You were her world, and she was very, very proud of you. Just know that she'll always be in your hearts and in your minds, and she's looking down and smiling at you. From our house to yours, have a very Merry Christmas. God bless you.
It's hard to describe my sister Susan in 1 minute, just because it is. I understand I was special to her from the time that I was born. Soon after, she was dragging me around like a rag doll. Maybe I resented some of that by cutting the hair off all of her dolls. I was 13 when she gave birth to Jeff, her first son, and he was like a little brother to me, the one that I longed for. I didn't drag him around though. Maybe just made him cry a little bit. Through the miracles of upgrades, trade-ins, whatever you want to call it, she managed to end up in the arms of a new man, John Saladino, and started another family. I was never able to get to know him very much because of their endless moves, but somehow they managed to produce 4 of the most amazing children who I'm proud to be their uncle. Susan often spoke to me in private about her pride for her children and her husband, and she has all the pictures and videos to prove it. I'm amazed at the way she loved, inspired by how she endured pain. She also gave her remaining breaths to science to ensure that cancer patients will benefit for years to come. You'll always remain in our hearts, Susan, and I'll cherish every moment with your husband and children.